This is my review of My Hero Academia. Okay, so this episode mainly serves to set up All Might as the power ceiling of the anime. So, what happens is, All Might shows up, and for one of the few times we see him, he's not smiling. This is one of the few times where he isn't happy at all. Normally he has an unflappable smile, which I believe is explained later, but in this instance, he's not. And after getting the kids and Aizawa to safety, goes in to fight Nomu, but is quickly overwhelmed due to the fact that Nomu has the two quirks of shock absorption, which absorbs 90% of the blows that All Might can deal out, but not all of them, as is established later, and regeneration, which enables him to basically heal any damage that is dealt to him, which is basically demonstrated as him being able to grow back any limbs that are damaged, and is showcased by Todoroki and Bakugo and Kishima and Deku all showing up to help All Might once they realize he can't beat Nomu by himself. And Todoroki flash freezes Nomu's entire right side, only for it to grow back. So Nomu is definitely no slouch. He's definitely dangerous, and he's definitely meant to serve as a living punching bag, which is stated in the episode. So All Might, realizing that he can't exactly beat him by going at 100%, goes beyond 100% to defeat him. And this is when he actually starts making some headway, because while it does take quite a bit, he is able to eventually overwhelm Nomu's healing factor and shock absorption and send him flying, before confronting Shigaraki and Kurogiri. But at this point he is at his limit because he overexerted himself just a little. So he is at his limit, and I don't think there's gonna be much of a fight going forward, at least not on All Might's side of things. And Shigaraki is kind of upset and not exactly happy that Nomu was taken down, because Nomu is meant to be not only bigger than All Might, but also be as strong as All Might. So the fact that Nomu was taken out, not effortlessly, but easily enough by All Might, by going beyond what his normal limit is kind of interesting. Because Nomu was meant to kill All Might, but now that he can't, what do they have next? Sure, they pushed All Might to his limit, so he can't actually fight anymore, but there's also the problem of the fact that now they have even more reason to kill All Might now, because they have an incentive. They took out the creature that was designed to beat him, so now they have to think bolder and think bigger. So it's gonna be interesting. But it does do a really good job of establishing All Might as the power ceiling. Like, all the characters in the show, normally in most shonen shows like this, there isn't really a limit to how strong the character can be, which is what happens when you basically write yourself into a corner to the point where nobody can actually fight the main character you have, and that's mainly what characters like Saitama and Goku represent, because they represent that principle. I mean, Goku didn't start off as that, but it's gotten to that point. Whereas All Might actually established the power ceiling, and Saitama is supposed to make fun of the fact that shonen battle anime never have a power ceiling, because he basically removed the power ceiling himself. Everybody else is restricted to the power ceiling, but he's not. So the fact that an anime went out of its way to make an episode to establish a power ceiling is actually kind of cool. So it shows that All Might, despite how strong he is, does have a limit and isn't just overpowered for the sake of being overpowered. Because already he has a time limit, but he can also go beyond to be stronger than he normally is, which enables him to actually fight foes that are meant to kill him. So he gave it his all, and his all was just barely enough. So it definitely does a really good job of establishing a power ceiling, and it means that no character that's going to appear in the future is going to be above that power ceiling, because Nomu was designed to kill All Might and was just below that power ceiling. So he was at or just below the power ceiling. So definitely it's good. So definitely they're going to be working with that going further. But yeah. So there's really not much to this except that it establishes the power ceiling. So yeah, I definitely recommend this episode if you like the series, because it does a good job of what an anime protagonist should be. They should be overpowered, but there should be a limit. That's mainly what the episode is. So if you guys have seen this episode of My Hero Academia, what do you guys think? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below, or over on my Discord server, link in the description. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, then be sure to hit that like and the subscribe button. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And also check out my Patreon in the description below as well. It's only a couple bucks a month. It helps me out, and definitely I appreciate you taking your time to spend some money to help me fund future projects. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!
More... I don't know what I need, but I need more something. Anyway, let's not forget about our extra life this time. Yeah, it's so nice that they give you an extra life, meaning as long as you remember to grab it, you basically can't ever lose this fight ever. Because eventually you will beat the boss.